you ready, Christian? Are you tired? Been playing the whole time. Here we go. Left a good job in the city, working for the man every night and day.
Welcome. Let me that trip.
Coming back, and I wake up, it's a picture of them. What are you doing? He said, I hate to think of it. The kids were so tiny. He's taking pictures of us enjoying the sun and the moon. Oh, okay.
Could I have your attention, please? I'd like to welcome everybody to this joyous occasion. I better make a few announcements here. I'd like to introduce Connie's parents, Howard and Thelma Giesel, who came all the way from Iowa. Howard himself turns 86 on July 20th. Let's hear it for
Connie's job was to sit in and watch everything we did and tape script. Tape script means you write down every single word your partner is saying, because your turn was then to go on the next workshop and say the same things. and there's a 50-minute block of time in which we need to teach this. Connie stands up. Now you know Connie. She's a very comfortable professional, very sophisticated, very classy lady, never at loss for words, always there. About 7 minutes into the hour presentation, she looks at me in the back of the room and says, "Oh, blank, I'm done. I said everything I know. Now what do I do?" And Trish and I and our director start scrambling around trying to find paper to hand out for people to do things for the next 45 minutes. Do you remember that? That was her first moment of training, literally thousands and thousands of teachers. And if you can talk to almost anybody in the state of New Jersey, go to a school, and somebody will tell you that they had an opportunity to learn how to teach from one of the best teachers in the state. This lady right here, Connie Yobel. Michael Quinn was also a partner.
Usually when I speak, obscenities come out. And the only stories I remember are pretty obscene, and I can't tell those because this is a mixed group, and I don't want to give you a bad impression of what the academy was like. Let's just say this way, if there were sexual harassment laws like there are now at the academy, many of the ladies in this room would have had a beef against this guy right here.
Not him.
I have a couple of stories, and Bernadette's going to tell a story too. So we have to encourage her. I used to tell a story about the first time I met Connie. I had met Connie. I couldn't tape script or any of that stuff, by the way. They'll tell you that. I could not. Well, I can't write. So they got me up. They let me do a lot of speaking, and I very rarely had anything written down. I also don't have much sense of direction, and I thought Connie did. And so Connie and myself, and we had a retreat. When I first came to the academy, I was there about a month, but I hadn't talked to Connie really much yet. We went on a bike ride on these little bikes. We were down by the AT&T office. It was you, I, and a guy named Michael Snyder.
Right.
Now, Michael Snyder is key to the story. If anybody knows Michael Snyder, interesting guy. We're driving in the woods. I forget how late. Connie's on a bike. I'm on a bike. Michael's on his little bikes. We get lost. We're lost in the woods somewhere in South Jersey. Can't find our way out of the woods. We get on this big rock. Michael starts talking about LSD and things like that. Connie and I are sitting there looking at each other. We don't know how to get out of there. So Michael says, "I can get us out of here." Now, he's just told us about LSD tripping, right? So I said, "Well, how are you going to get us out of here?" He says, "Well, if I turn this way, remember the story? I can find true north." We said, "Right." He's turning around, he goes, and he goes, "We got to go this way." So Connie and I say, "You're crazy if we follow this guy." On the other hand, it's getting dark. It's in the woods. We're actually all lost. I'm not joking. This is a true story. She said, "What the heck?" It seemed like the opposite. Both of us wanted to go the other way. We follow this guy. Sure enough, what did he do?
Got us back
He got
there.
us back there.
In time for dinner.
Found true north. So, that's my Connie story. It was the first time I met Connie. What I did notice at that time, and I noticed throughout my time that I've known Connie, is she's very cool under fire. I was the one that was panicking. We're lost in the woods. I'm afraid. There's bears in here. There's animals. I come from New York, as you might imagine. You don't see too many of us. You know, the woods, anything can come jumping out on you in the woods, right? But Connie was kind of cool. I guess Iowa is woods and wherever. You know, out Midwest, they expect fields and animals. I wasn't used to it, but she and Michael got me out of there. Michael with his sense of direction. So Connie, thanks. It's been great. Now, Bernadette has a good story about Connie's first date with Jack. Not her first date, but her first date with Jack.
Connie was my mentor at the academy. She was already there, and when I was hired, her job was to help me learn the ropes. So we became really good friends, and we were there for about a year. And Connie went back to her high school reunion. She went on vacation, and she came back, and there were three of us, right? Susan, Connie, and myself. Connie came back and she said, "You know, I had a really good time, and I met my girlfriend's ex-boyfriend there, and he happens to live in New Jersey." And Connie was the only one who was not engaged or not married, so we really took care of her. Whenever she would have to go away, we would always say, "Now make sure you don't stay in a Bates Motel." And we would always get the telephone number of every place she went because we had to take care of little Connie. That's all we was called, little Connie. So she came back and she said, "You know, Jack Odell, my best friend Carol, right? That was her boyfriend in high school. He lives in Point Pleasant, and he asked me out on a telephone number, and just in case you don't go back to work the next morning, we're gonna know where to look. So she did make it back, and we really worked through that whole relationship, and a year later, you were married.
I was afraid of her.
Oh, you were? I'm glad to say that she and Jack wound up together, and my friend forever, Connie.
Thanks so much. I really appreciate it. And please come over to the house afterwards if you can. We have the directions. But right now, I guess I'll blow out the